Well, guys, first of all, I just want to say thanks so much for coming out. This is our third time here. It's starting to feel like a second home here at the Fort Nashwaak Hotel, but I think just like when we opened TJ Burke's headquarters the other day, the third time's going to be a charm and we're going to win this thing. I guess this is a chance to first of all say thank you. You know, we've been through a lot together. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. The first time I did this, I remember Karen was carrying a tiny little baby, and now of course I look over and I see how big Kaylee's gotten, and Kennedy. I've got my nieces here. I got a lot of friends who've been with us since we started this. But you know, the big reason that we move into this hotel and we stuff those envelopes and we make those calls and we go out and we work doors, it isn't just about winning an election. It's not just about which side wins, but it's about whether or not we change people's lives. And I really want to say thank you to the community for the privilege of doing that. You know, if it was just as simple as saying, hey, I'm going to write change on my signs and everything will be okay, then you know it would be like voting in an American Idol competition. It wouldn't matter. But we're not just here because we want to win as Liberals. We're here because we're united by certain values. We're here because we believe that we only succeed as a province if every single child learns to read. If every single person, regardless of the income of their parents, has a chance to go to community college or university and get the job they want and stay here. It only matters if seniors can live without the fear that they're going to have to choose between prescription drugs and the mortgage. You know, I've heard somebody say in this campaign that you can't just hope for change. Well, that's true. But you also don't change anything just by writing it on a sign. When we saw, and I remember sitting there with Pam Campbell the time and seeing trucks overturning in Marysville and knowing we had to do something about it, and for 30 years there had been broken promises to Marysvillers. We didn't get that Route 8 bypass by hoping for change. We got it by working for change and delivering change. We didn't get a community college here so our kids can learn a trade and stay here by hoping. We listened to the community. We got involved. We made sure that we made the right case. And we didn't just get it by hoping for change. We got it because we worked for change and we delivered change. Every time I drive by that site, that beautiful site where someday we're going to have a new school in Marysville and Devon, you know, we had to chase the executives from Microsoft all over the world to make sure they put their very first innovation school right here in this riding. We did it because of what we believe, that when it comes to the future, every child who goes to school here, it should be a benefit to have gone to school in Marysville and Devon. You should have a world-class education here. Our classrooms should be places teaching young people to create and dream and imagine new ideas, not just reading and writing and following instructions, but creating the jobs of the future. And that's how you work for change. We're going to go out there this time and we're going to talk about a vision. We're going to talk about why it matters. I know why I do this every single time I knock on the door. It's about the couple who came to see me and said, I want to thank you for getting the legislature to set a deadline for when we're going to have prescription drug coverage. Our daughter got sick, and to pay the $3,500 a month, we had to give up our retirement. We had to remortgage our house. We know as Liberals that that shouldn't be. We're not without problems in New Brunswick, but we're blessed enough that nobody should have to choose between paying for their home and prescription drug coverage. And thanks to the help of guys like TJ Burke, who seconded that motion with me, we're going to work until that job is done. So let's not make this just a campaign about who wins, about who has the prettiest posters, the glossiest brochures. The way we're going to win this is to talk about ideas. How we make sure we realign the Princess Margaret Bridge so it's safer in the morning. How we work with Chief Candace Paul and the gang at St. Mary's First Station to have a Maliseet Interpretive Center. How we make sure that we improve child protection services so that every kid feels loved and valued and secure. We got to finish the job on poverty reduction. Make sure that we have new childcare spaces, not just places where kids can be dropped off, but where they can learn with a real curriculum, where we top up the wages of workers so that our top educators, those who work with young kids, can keep doing it and get excellent at it and give our kids the head start we deserve. Let's make sure we talk about real issues, like how we take families that are struggling in poverty and social assistance and lift them up so they keep their health card and their benefits, and they never have to choose between their health benefits and the job they need. Let's talk about education, how we can make sure that every single classroom is equipped with the technology they need, with a learning environment where teachers can give our kids the 21st century skills we're going to need to bring employers here. Let's talk about expanding research and development, new jobs, new opportunities, smart communities, how we build on the economy of this community we love. This is the stuff that you deserve to win on. Ultimately, we're not going to just win because we work hard. We're going to win because ideas matter. And I wanted to thank all of you for coming here because of one thing I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart. You know, I'm proud to live in this community. Win or lose, I'm going to still be in that same home in Marysville, and I think that matters. Some folks say, it's okay, I can go home to the south side and I'll drop by and see you folks if I win. But I think TJ would agree with me on this, representing a community isn't just about dropping by, it's about being there. It's about volunteering and coaching, and sometimes hearing which kids need a little bit of help because you know their parents and you know their stories. It's about the folks you run into at the grocery store who say, you know, there's a senior citizen down there who's struggling and needs home care. Maybe you should drop in and see them. It's about the opportunity to hear from your neighbors, to go door to door when the floodwaters hit to make sure everybody can apply for benefits. Ultimately, the way we get change, it sounds simple, but it makes such a difference. You have to be connected to your community to hear their stories so you can tell them well. You got to know the ideas and values you stand for. So when things get crazy in politics, you know why you're doing it. And you got to work and sweat and toil every day to make sure you turn those ideas into reality. You guys have supported me through 7 years of this. I haven't always been perfect, but you've always known where I stand, and you always know I'm going to work hard for you. With your help and support and ideas, we're going to do this again. And the victory, when we win on Election Day, that's not going to be the end. It's just going to be a start of 4 more years of the right kind of change for this community. Thanks very much. Let's work. Let's get out there. Let's fight. And let's win. Thanks, everybody. Thanks very much.